I'm just right. We are live. This is my very first live on Substack. This is amazing. I haven't done a live video for so long, and it's so nice to be here and to connect with you. And thank you for joining me and popping my Substack live video, Jerry. It is super nice that you are here with me. Thank you so much. I have no idea what happens to this video after I've done it at all. I don't know how to download it, how to save it, how to post it. I have no idea. But I'm also trusting, trusting. I didn't promote this at all. I just pressed go. I'm in the moment. And I want to talk to you about building millionaire legacies. Building millionaire legacies. So, if I don't know you, I'm Jody Shield. I've been coaching and mentoring and consulting with entrepreneurs and their businesses for many, many years. I left the corporate world back in 2012 to 13. I started my first business in well-being. I wrote a book, many, many things. And so fast forward to where I am now, and my absolute passion is supporting female entrepreneurs to rise, but to understand how to build businesses from a different place, from a new place. And like, I'm really here to support women like you to understand how to turn your head to a really big vision, because you have an incredible vision in you and it's there. Chances are you might not have given it permission yet, or given yourself permission yet, to really speak about it or to know how to figure it out and work it out. And I work with women at a very, like, in a very broad spectrum way. So I work with women who are creating their 30 to 50K months. I work with women who are already multimillionaires. And I work with women who are stepping into that new activation of getting their business up and running. So myself and my team work with women in many, many different ways. And I feel like we as women, we're heading into, we're already in it, but I mean, it's opening up even more this invitation to create opportunities and to build businesses in a very different way versus how we've traditionally been conditioned to build a business, which is by hustling and taking 10 times the amount of action and all of the stuff that has been put into place from years and years and years and years of running businesses, building businesses, designing businesses from the mind. There is this opportunity for women to understand how to build a business with this intention in mind that actually women can walk into a room when they are in their power, their presence, their potency, their confidence, and mountains move. We are gifted in the way that we are invited to show up in life. Like, it's the rise, it's the rise of the woman, isn't it? That it was predicted. The Dalai Lama said the world will be saved by a Western woman. And it's happening already. It's happening already. And for you watching this, you are already in a business, or you're building a business, or maybe you have had a certain level of success with your business already. I have multiple businesses, and I'm very lucky that one of my main businesses is now run by my team, which is incredible because I then get to step away and support you in an even more profound way. And I get to create opportunities for that to happen. But what I'm really passionate about, and I'm going to share a little bit about this transformational journey that one of my clients went on. What I'm really passionate about is helping women to stand up in their era of success and to really understand how to unlock more of their potency and understand what it means to run a business using business instincts, for example. We are designed in a certain way, depending on our astrology, depending on our human design, you can say, to be able to move through the world in a specific way. And so, yeah, I'm really, really excited. So, this is my first Substack Live, and I am showing up without much preparation because that's really how things come to the surface in the moment in a really powerful way. So I was working with this client a number of years ago, and she had built a business that was very successful already. And it was a therapeutic business, and she had multiple locations actually. And she had a really big client base, and she was doing really, really well. And I remember when we met, I, I just had this sense that there was a bigger vision for her. And I also could see that there was fear around her fully standing taller and positioning herself as an authority and positioning herself as someone who has years and years and years and years of experience in the therapeutic industry, has built a business. So she's a therapeutic entrepreneur. She's built a business. As a therapist, she has multiple people beneath her who are working with clients. She's built this incredible business, and yet there is more. There is more. And I could really see her as a thought leader, as an expert in her true power, with all of these years of experience and all of this credential behind her, and actually positioning herself as a powerful mentor to artists, to actors, to creatives. And so I realized when I was working with this amazing client that I had the privilege of working with, that she'd built her business from the mind. She had literally built her business from her mind, despite speaking to her clients about using visioning tools like holding a vision for something and using imagination to really get your energy into alignment before rolling out any sort of strategy. She was teaching, she was talking the talk with her clients, but she hadn't realized the power of rising up, claiming herself as an entrepreneur, accepting all of the success she'd already had, embodying herself, embodying all the success she'd had, realizing how extremely valuable she was, and being able to tap into that instinct, that business instinct, that instinct inside of her that was guiding her forwards and telling her exactly what her next move was. So this client had built this therapeutic business, and she had grown it to be making a high multiple six-figure amount annually in revenue. And I could just see how members of her team would be able to be given more responsibility. And I also helped her recruit an MD or a CEO, I've forgotten whether it's an MD or a CEO, to come and actually run that therapeutic business, to allow her to step away and actually be in her own power as a consultant, as an expert, and support clients at a much higher price point, and really become that thought leader that clients invested a premium for, because she had this ability of guiding them really beautifully, but also knowing exactly how to help them release the blocks and restore their success in their life. So it was a very interesting process working with her, because I understood that we can absolutely be experts in our field and we can be talking the talk a lot, but if we're not integrating everything we're teaching our clients, if we're not applying the things that we're teaching the clients and integrating the stuff that we're teaching and embodying and actually, you know, bringing those tools and those techniques into the business that we're building and into everyday life, then we're not truly embodying our messages. So it was really an amazing, amazing journey. And yeah, she's absolutely flying now. And it's funny to meet someone who's so in a particular industry, so in the industry, and not sort of owning it in a way. And I feel like as women, many of us have this such strong conditioning from our ancestors and our lineages and women who have come before us in our family, plus society, plus the conditioning around women in business. We have so much conditioning around us that we have this belief system that it's not okay to really own who we are as women, to really unapologetically own who we are. And you might know, if we're not willing to own who we are and have these bold conversations and position ourselves as experts, as leaders, as thought leaders in our industries, and if we're not willing to truly speak the truth and start to have new conversations, then it's not going to change. And we're not going to change. And so there's a big invitation for us as women in business at the moment. There's a big invitation for us as women in business at the moment. There's a big invitation for us to fully, fully own our impulses, our desires, our ambitious nature, the impulses, the desires for success. However, realize that we're not meant to do it in the same way as the men. And we're not meant to do it in the same way as other women have done it before. And it's interesting because I have a number of clients who are already multimillionaires and are already, second, third business in. And many of them have curated or created a lot of success through hustling, through grinding, through being in a very masculine energy amongst other male CEOs or stakeholders in boardrooms, feeling this pressure to have to hold themselves in a masculine energy, in a hustle energy, in an energy of like, I have to prove myself that I am who I am, that I'm more powerful than the men, that I can out earn the men. And it's building a business from a feminine place is a very interesting experience. And I think there's still a lot of subconscious conditioning in our society that to do anything from a divine feminine place or a feminine place is a little bit weak in a way. So we have to bolster our energy by being that one that punches through the doors and gets that seat at the table with the men. I feel like, yes, in a way, and actually think there's a lot of misinterpretation of actually what divine feminine energy is. And I feel like divine feminine energy is so forceful and so powerful and so all consuming at the same time. It's not that the female energy is demure and is quiet, and it's such a different energy. It's more of a balanced energy. It's an energy of, like I said, presence, power, potency. Think of the Queen of England, who was a projector in human design. It's all about presence. It's about power. It's about knowing that she's here for the people, and she doesn't need to prove that she's here for the people, and she doesn't need to work 10, 14 hours a day to prove that she's in service to the population of England, right? So yeah, there's a definite rising up. There's a rising up. There's a desire for women in business to do things differently. But, and I was talking to my team about this the other day, there isn't the conversation happening yet. There isn't the language yet. There isn't a glossary that translates the feminine energy into entrepreneurship and makes it easy to understand. And funnily enough, on my whiteboard, I am writing a glossary. I'm writing a glossary because I'm very entrepreneurial by nature. I love strategy. I love structure. I love understanding the masculine energetics in business as well. I would say my energy is 50-50 feminine, 50% masculine. My fascination is with the integration of the feminine and the masculine in business. But we need a glossary for this. We need terminology that we can grasp and chew on and understand. And so, yes, I'm very excited by all of this. I'm very fascinated by all of this. I see such a future of harmony and balance in businesses. And I see a future where women are fully standing in their unapologetic desires for more because we realize that we are here for such a massive era of success on this planet right now. You know, I can go on and on and on about this because I have so much to say. So think about when you've been guided by your business instincts, by your instinctual knowing that, oh, this is the right thing for me, or this isn't the right thing for me. Or very often we're afraid to really claim that business instinct, aren't we? To say, actually, I've got a feeling that I'm meant to be doing it this way, but the people pleasing nature in me that's just hardwired to people please is going to do it this way instead. I've just been through a decluttering of many coaches and mentors that were guiding me, people that I called in to provide me with a service. I went through a big decluttering when I came back from a month skiing in the Alps, and I was like, okay, who is in my inner circle, who is guiding me, who cannot hold my energy, who's intimidated by me, and who is not in alignment to serve me anymore, to support me anymore. And I'm obviously paying all of these people. And I realized that there was a part of me who felt like I had to save people who were not quite at the same financial level as me, or, who had money problems. I had to like swoop in and save, and I think with many of us women in business, we have blind spots, we have shadows around saying yes to things and sacrificing our true instincts. And I feel like women in business are now really coming together, and we're beginning to have the rumbles of this conversation around instincts. I mean, I call it intuition, but I'm saying business instincts because I'm going to be creating a glossary that supports all of us to understand how to involve the feminine energy and energetics in a predominantly masculine driven world of entrepreneurship, because I believe that there's so much opportunity. And it's interesting. I live in Portugal, in Lisbon. I look around at my female friends, and so many of them are not fulfilling their, I guess you could call it, purpose, even though that purpose conversation is very interesting. I know so many women who have huge talent and massive potential, and they're scared and they're running away from this impulse for bigger, bolder, more, because they've been conditioned that it's not okay, because they've been conditioned that the male is the provider. And many of them have married into money. Men who have high flying careers, they don't need to work. And this is a lot of conditioning that we as women in business are here to overcome. And so, yeah, with that, I could speak for another 10 hours on this because I'm really passionate about all of this. But thank you so much for joining my first ever Substack Live. More of these to come. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really, really excited to be writing and editing this incredible magazine for women called Powerhouses in Business. You can subscribe to it. It's complimentary. It's my gift to you. You can subscribe to it via my Visionary Entrepreneur-esque publication. Please share it with other business owners as well. And let's support all of us to rise together, because when I rise, you rise. When you rise, I rise. This is a collaboration. This is a co-creation for all women in business. And I'm going to be traveling a lot this year. I'm going to be going to in-person events globally, all over the world, and meeting all sorts of phenomenal powerhouses in business, because I really want to understand how to redistribute the codes of success around the planet for us women in business. So thank you. Whatever level you're at, I am cheering you on. I'm here for you. I'm excited to support you. My team also to support you. And yeah, this is our year. This is our year. Okay. I'm sending you lots of love and we will speak very, very soon. Okay. Thank you for your support and love. I'm super grateful to be here with you all. Thank you. Lots of love.